dance, I wanna see the girl them bubble pan. If you love to see the girl them a bubble, put up your hand. You play a song, the girl star bus blank. Now the girl them time, play a song, the girl white. Watch, big selector a play, you no rookie. Catch the baseline, watch the girl them a should be. Hey, when the girl them a dip it and a drop it, you a funny man. If you not happy, follow me then. Girl a dash out, so me glad me come out.
It's one of those interviews that I've been waiting for at Soundchat Radio for a very long time. We've been trying to make it happen, but because of our schedule and, of course, the schedule of Mr. Konshens, it just has not worked. But finally, he's in the studios here in New York City, of course, broadcasting live from Queens, New York City. And got to say, Konshens, welcome to the studio of Soundchat Radio. Now, we've been trying to make this happen for a while.
Yeah, how long now?
And I know that sometimes we, you and I book up in Jamaica and we talk about, things in the industry and so forth. Yeah. I just figured that it would be really good for us to have a nice little vibe on the radio. Now, when we do the sound chat thing, we kind of do it different than the radio shows of, when did your first record come out and this and that, the rhetorical questions that everybody asks. You know what I mean? We basically just have a vibe. You know what I mean? And we just talk while the world listens to our conversation. So let me say welcome again to the studio. Definitely one of the interviews that I've been waiting for a very long time because we got so much to talk about. The last time we spoke, we were talking about what was the last time we spoke about Ninja when we were talking to Konshens? It was like 2 years ago, no?
How long? It's been a minute.
It was a long time. I don't even remember. We were talking about his performance.
Yeah.
And he was saying on Soundchat Radio that he's going to work on that.
A lot, I think, happened after that.
Yeah, so many things happened. So we got a lot of catching up to do. Those of you who are listening right now through our streaming partners, please tell a friend to turn on Soundchat Radio and listen up because Konshens is in the studio. Konshens, what's going on, man?
There, I know. Life is here.
Life is here.
Thanks.
How's the career?
Look good. Look real good. I'm not lie.
And
to close out the year and for moving to 2015 is a good look.
It look good. It look great.
It got great.
All right,
it look good right now.
All right.
Yeah.
So when you say that it looks good, but it is going to be great, meaning that you want to make improvements.
I think I would say I see improvements already. And my thing I have to plan out. I'm going to see what the plan I go work by January, February, them time there. So it look good.
So from dancehall artist to businessman to entrepreneur, what else do you have working on that? Maybe
That's about it. That's about it. Music and business. That's all I deal with.
Music and business.
Yeah.
Music. Let's talk about the music aspect of it first because I know your fans are listening and everyone's excited that you're on the radio. Are you still in the studio pounding out the records like you used to, or is your time split?
I want to tell you, no. In recent times, like I think, before, I don't know if it was the last time I talk, I get ready to go up on a 2-month tour.
Yes.
You see that 2-month tour there, it put a cramp in the presence, my presence, this side of the world. So right now, I just come back and there after a little while, I'm watching what go on in the industry. And I just go, no, I'm not lie to you, so when they can look out for the video, listen out for the song, them song, all genre, all eras, all topics in a dancehall and in a reggae music.
How do we approach that crossroad though when you know that going on a 2-month tour may be an issue moving forward, but you still have to do it anyway, knowing that you might have to come back and have to catch up and lose your presence. How do you make that decision?
It's a gamble because you still have to make sure the fans in every corner of the earth. You touch them. You understand? You have to go and you have to make sure your presence felt in every side. But then Jamaica is the Mecca. So it's a case where out of sight, out of mind, and the way things are happen fast paced in and around dancehall music. You can, if you have a strong team in the streets, see me and for keep your presence there while you're not there. You can get messed up. So I give thanks to my fan base now because my fan base themselves is like my backbone. So even when I'm there in the juggling and they mix them, people just want to use a Konshens around there, so, and them come around the same way. So it's all up to me to come back and kind of reintroduce myself or remind them or even refresh their memory. And some people I say, yo, John, I'm dying for some song. And just come and feed them back. That's something there.
You did Europe for like 2 months.
Yeah,
right?
2 months a little bit.
How much growth did you see in Europe during those 2 months? Was that like the perfect timing for you to be there?
Growth in terms of my growth or in terms of fun?
In time of your growth.
Big time. Like, in terms of support from the people, I would say it doubled in terms of people coming out to shows, different venues, We do the tour different now with tour bus and big banner parade and from Jamaica. So, you know, so the entire production and the entire presentation improve.
So you're doing band tours now. Is this Konshens? What's the name of the band?
You know, so when you name the band, you just name the act.
You just
Konshens.
name the act Konshens. So you have your band, you're rapping the tour buses, you're touring from country to country, city to city. You're doing it big. You're giving it the look. Yeah. Let me ask you, why the look though? Because there are so many artists who are probably even in the game longer than you, would probably say that they're more acclaimed than you, that just go run in and run back out. Why is the look so important to you?
It's simple as this. Them are them, and me are me. And me, I think I've done it a whole heap of times. I just go, me and my DJ go, and go to some big, all right, me and my DJ go Africa, go stand up in front of about 70,000 people, and feel like me I rob the people them. You get me, I say, because just drop rhythm and we do this and come off. It just never feel like me represent Jamaican music properly. See, so just the whole vibe, and my vibe. It's not really like I feel like say people demand it or people want more or people just me want to give the people them that for the support of them give me.
Within your subconscious, do you think that you've reached that level where you owe them that?
Yeah, man.
You feel like you reached that level that you
have some fans where I definitely me feel like even though them not demand it, I feel like when them come, them want more than to leave with a picture. Or them want more than first hear the song them and cut. Them need that whole vibe, the what we know about that whole reggae and the whole bands and the different sound, the different feel coming from out of the music what me used to.
When you're in Europe,
yeah,
and I want to talk about Europe because I know Europe was huge headlines for you. It was not many artists go to Europe for 2 months, especially not many dancehall artists go to Europe for an extensive tour of 2 months. What was the approach? Were you still doing the dancehall Konshens or was it the one drop Konshens? Because we know that you're very diverse in your music. What was the approach?
You see, this is a common misconception or I don't know if I word the more I use, but people get it wrong with me all the while, you know, and say dancehall artist. I would have said I'm a Jamaican artist. So if I dancehall or a reggae or whatever, regardless of how I look right now with red hair, or it look like a gyal a bubble bus and I'm on the gyal them sing or whatever. For me, from a production standpoint and from a painting the picture of me standpoint, I'm still the musical lead. So I'm the artist of whatever song me I sing for you at the time. Seeing so, when I approach the situation and say, all right, dancehall me do, and me have to look what I go on in a dancehall and represent dancehall. Me represent Jamaican music. So being in Europe, are the same thing straight across the board. Dancehall and reggae, them get everything.
Now, it's funny that you said that because I've been speaking to a lot of the popular artists of your generation.
Yeah.
And it seems to be the same thing. Like, you know, years gone by, a man wants to be known as the top dancehall artist or one of the top 3 dancehall artists or one of the top 3 reggae acts. But it seems like your generation now is just saying, yo, we're just artists.
Yeah. It's tougher. It's tougher, man. And you know, more things at stake, like forbid a man there. A whole heap of little things you have to do and your name will call on a certain thing. And to it's set right now where if you look on our dance, I may talk about this already. You look on our thing, the top artists them who can't fly, who they are jail. You know what that as a youth. You get a message and you see too much people go down the same road for you, come go down the same road again just because of the way how people would I imagine that's how a dancehall artist is supposed to act and how I'm supposed to think. We're a businessman nowadays and it end up say we're in a situation where the music itself, in order to get it out and forget sales and forget the feedback, it's tougher. We have the internet and it's still tougher. See, so you have to think smart. You can't just run up and down well.
You did something the other day and when I heard it, I actually went on the radio. So it's not like I'm saying it because you're in front of me, but you did something the other day that I was very proud of you for what you did. And we here at Soundchat Radio pretty much weighed out the pros and cons of the same, your action versus the how would we say it now? What normal dancehall artist reactions would be. So, you know, once you're a normal dancehall artist, or if you're looking at things the way dancehall says things are supposed to be looked at, then the actions would probably be negative to some.
Yeah.
But to those who see the wider scope, it was a very, very brave and bold thing. And of course, I'm speaking of you coming out with the whole incident that you had and saying, listen, I was wrong. Whatever
Big
took
time.
place, I had some fault to be blamed in that, right? And don't matter how the media wants to twist it and how the media wants to turn it, there'll be no retaliation for what took place because I myself know that within my heart, I me approach the situation wrong, right? And you walked away with a scar,
Yeah.
and it was, the media got a little carried away with it, but the average. And I know you don't want to be called a dancehall artist, but let's just call you the average dancehall artist for the argument, right? The average dancehall artist would have thought about their credibility in the media first. They would have thought about their image as a dancehall artist, and probably would have
Take a different road.
I mean, take the regular normal route as
regular.
studio and voice song and
Yeah.
not even that. And sometimes it gets a little bit street, and other people.
Yeah,
get,
say, not even from the studio standpoint, we never reach this yet, But me even thought this in the interview, like, I don't feel no way if I look like the punk to people who don't really have no sense. You get what I say? A man swing a buckle, you ever get a sucker punch,
yes.
and he just done get it already.
Right, yeah.
Seeing, so when me in the heat of the moment, I still find time to say, all right, look here, be a people that look on your cans, and people that look on your friend them right now. Done gone bad already. Remember say you just sign a contract with Lime, Pepsi. Remember say you have whole heap of youth upon your visa petition. Remember say be a mouth for feed. Seeing? So even from the actual scene, I realize I'm wrong and put a stop to it. When I reach my yard now, I lay down in my bed now and get proper time to think. It's clearly a situation I have to take a wrong. In a Jamaica, seeing the people them have power over people. You know who them people be. Government, artists, and bad man. You're not going no other way. No more people are dead. See, so if you want somebody to move off of the earth, Jamaica set up already. So, but why you have to go down the road? Because that's the road where it's set. If that happen, this is the action.
Right.
You understand? It's set in a people's mind. If this happen, this have to be the reaction, or this. So when me weigh the pros and the cons, I say, all right, what could go wrong? People are going to say this and them are going to say that. Waste man are going to say this and say that. And sensible people are going to say this and them are going to say that and say this, and it might cramp your street cred. It will cramp your street cred. See? But you look upon it and you say, all right, how important is this street cred to me?
Wow.
It's not that important. You understand? For stay out of jail and for no say.
That's a big statement coming from a dancehall artist. Because dancehall artists is all about the street credibility.
Yeah.
And they use it to sell image, they use it to sell authority, and they
Sell.
also use it to sell say it again?
Like the word they use.
Yes, sell. That's what it
Sell,
is.
yes.
Because we do know that most of our dancehall artists who
Cowards.
have that ego and that persona in it's a different character. It's a
Yeah,
character
way
that's being
different,
played.
yeah.
And off the stage or out of the studio, they're regular people.
Yeah.
And what often happens is, and we've seen this happen countless times from youth till now, there are situations that occur around artists, and it's not really the artist.
Yep.
It's the people around the artist that pretty much gets the artist in trouble. But here's where it becomes a little tricky. If the artist was to come out like Konshens did and speak his mind and say stop, then the artist is in jeopardy of losing the respect of those who follow him as that big bad man, bad artist. So it's like, yo, what the artists are praying, see the man get licking on him face and the artists are talk about loud that and friend out that.
But check it. You see, everybody have them people, Seeing whether you have big link people or you have little link people or whatever. What kind of people? Everybody at Jamaica we do look wrongs and we do look rights. Seeing? But you know. To me, in this situation, I never beg for somebody's life so much yet.
See.
Because I know what is at stake. I talk it in the interview and I talk it again. I know what is at stake. And if me and you are par, say you are one of my dog, and you are going to do something where are going to jeopardize even me and the livelihood of everybody else, me and you are going to have a problem. You see me? So that's the spot I find myself in. And then, when I say this to the rest of them know we are par with the artists. If you are going to par with a man, saying, this is a different situation still, but I just want to say it because I get old and it's up on my mind now. If you are par with a man, right, and a year done, And him a walk around and put you in a problem all the while and I run left you. You beat up yourself.
Exactly.
You see me I say? So them bad money too. And remember everyone know all kind of people, you know. I don't know all kind of show this if it's R-rated or X-rated or what. But we know all kind of people. So to the bad man them now, if you don't walk behind a man stand up behind a and them do bail like you that thing and get only in a problem and then you can't see him. You have to know what you do with life. Because remember say, and a bad man alone do things to people.
See.
You have to know what going on.
When did you, because I've never seen or heard this side of you before.
Yeah.
When did you, or what made you just decide that this is what I want? And despite the unwritten rules and laws of dancehall, this is what I am going to do for my career, and this is what's going to take me to where I need to be.
Well, from day one, rules and laws of dancehall never applied to me because you know. It's like I force myself to become an artist, you know. You understand, in terms of the persona. I was always a creative person in terms of music, but in terms of stand up in front of people and present that image, I have to force myself to even start like people. It's after I see the appreciation of people have for my music and how I touch them live. That is how I even start become a person who welcome people to me. So the rules of engagement never applied to my life yet. It's always simple process of elimination. You put the things on the table and you look what value more to you. It's simple.
What allows you to have that spirit of moment thought? Because most of the time when things are happening, most people get caught up in what's happening and don't get to say, hold on, let me take 2 seconds and evaluate this situation.
Examples. You know, you can either learn off of you just sit down and pray, or you can just use examples. We see things what happen. We see when man where same thing as earlier where artists not do nothing most of the time.
See.
And I feel them name call because a man around him do something. So you know, we in our time now it's like everybody, we don't know if the government or we don't know if the police or whosoever, but you can see so them try set examples with artists and people of power that is not in government. Seeing so, I don't want another line up as something never prove nothing to nobody and no man. So I just that's my thing now. I sit down and I look upon the responsibilities of me as a youth. Seeing the mouth them and me I feed, and the people that I work with me I feed mouth. And my actions can't just be spur of the moment. I can't just get up and do something. So you get to me, I have to think when I do and look say everything when I go do I go react. This man, that man around a female and film community and everybody around there. So plus the fans again. You see me? So
you don't want to let anyone down.
No. Including myself.
How does your camp feel about this? Because I know that you had the massacre situation.
Yeah.
But let's put that aside for a second. How does your immediate camp feel about this? Do they see this businessman, artist vision that you have? Or are they sometimes a little bit confused? I say, yo, the boss.
No, because I communicate, you know.
See.
I communicate all the time. So everybody know what time it is. Them know say, yo, I go on. If we do something, we do something. If we allow it, we allow it. Simple as that. And when we talk, it kind of have a little weight. So the man them know say, even if a man want to do something and him a burn up and him feel like him want. You see me? You have to just calm down and know say, after the greater good, anything when I say, I something I think about, sit down and plan out. So you know, say, I don't know that decision I make.
But which is good because not many big artists and gangster artists have control over the people most around him.
Yeah, because you know, most artists don't even know the man them are around them. But there, alright, when I used to live at Sherlock, I say, man, come there already. I don't call which artist still. Come there, come take up my friend. Them I say, man link them and say, yo, yeah man, the artist wants some man for step with him. I say, we there so, and the artist wants some man for step with him. Me no want nobody step with me. When me know say, me no know. If me no know you can see my bridge, some of them out there so, we getting enough things on the road and I will we fight.
See.
Because I'm my friend. I don't run left him for hold it for me and then him dead. He's a mess of all away I can fight. I don't want no man fair part me.
What it comes down to, Khan, is that some of the artists take pride in showing up to places with a massive of people behind them. It's an ego thing. So what happens is that some of them may not even be immediately connected to this massive of people that they're walking with, but it looks huge and intimidating.
It looks huge and intimidating. Yeah, nothing wrong. I'm not lie to you. Nothing wrong. Because most time we step certain way too. But I can guarantee you, I know everybody what they write yourself. You see me, I say, I do it for the look. It just happens so we apart tonight and every man them say, yo, out and everybody out.
See.
Or is one of my friend them thing where I support them. I say, come in out. But no waste, man, no bagger, man, no gas up, man, no push down people, man. Them think they're a long time when they look at you, man. When we just a bus with winner may I tell about. That's how we used to walk and push down people and go like when on a sense. So may I say, when you come out in the world now and you see, or you get to see wrong in front of you, you get to see right in front of you, and you get to see a whole heap of man do some little hear that thing with themselves, and a whole heap of man will follow man. Put man in a problem, deep in a problem. Why come follow the same footstep and you don't have to? Who may I try to prove to?
But here's the funny thing, and I don't know if you've ever looked at it this way.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with Lady Saw the other day, and we all know the type of music she puts out. And she publicly said on the radio that she's totally different from what she sings about. She says that, you know, if you call her too much and give her too much attention, she gets very shy and very drawn into herself, right? But it seems like the fans would be quicker to say, why them woman just sing about certain things, but them not really stay so. But once a man sing about badness, we just think that if a man step on him shoes or if a man call him name too hard, it's going to be a problem.
You have people where even you're not fool, you know. Seeing because naturally Jamaican people, when I hear that way there. Seeing, but we are not fool.
Seeing,
so you can't expect so we just ignorant and walk up and down and every situation and go turn out the same way as you book up Jamaican people. That perception that it give a problem in a airport. When you're going to an airport, even not anywhere you're going in the world, and you show them a Jamaican passport, you see that reaction the way you get. You see every time you get a hard time in an immigration line, just know say the things that may happen before you reach there. We paint that picture there in people's mind. So when them see them, expect that type of person there. How you find say people who are not really that type of person, they fair walk and I correct it and I try to fix it up. People don't forget misled, man.
Coming from the culture of dancehall though, how is it that you just see it a little bit differently? Is it the experiences now that you're traveling on, or has this always been your vibe about?
I think enough more man see it so afraid. Because I'm kind of comfortable when I'm there in terms of the type of music I put out and who I put out the music to. So I'm not really worried about if people not have me as a certain type of person. You understand? Remember everybody they think me a Rasta one time and then when you look how I'm bald youth, then everybody have me as one nice youth. Then me sing a song in a strip club, everybody drop a ground. Then me sing we not frightened for nobody. A man lick me with a buckle and me not kill him. Then everybody say, oh, what is? Two man sing a song, me not answer. You understand? So me not try paint the picture of myself in the music. I sing about my experiences and things that I know, but me not really have to prove it to nobody.
Will you ever
no.
put your career on the line to
Hell
do
no.
the back and forth, you know,
No.
on 45 and all of that
Hell
stuff?
no, never.
Why is it not worth anything to you?
Because my career worth so much and I'm responsible for so much things. I can't just do it. If you look at my career, you know, me are one of the first artists where I have artists I try bus even before me become a big artist. You understand? From me just a sing one song and two songs, I try say, yeah man. So see me artist here until you get me I say?
Right.
So I have a responsibility from day zero. So it's like all of them things that I doing at them time they didn't mold me to be the person that I am now. So I'm still.
Are you not, well I guess you're not, but I'm going to ask you anyway. Are you not afraid in any way that you become viewed upon as the corporate artist? Because that is a label that I'm starting to hear with you.
Yeah, man.
You know that, you know, you know, and I really saw Konshens there. Konshens would have more than lick a brother there with a buckle. I make him friend them do him something. The real Konshens that. But here, you see through the corporate. That this is where it's coming from now, and this is what I'm hearing. I don't know if you heard it before, but it's like because you need to correct that corporate image. This is why you're doing what you're doing. You cleaned it up corporately because you needed to.
Me I go say this, and some people might say actually, and some people might say a lie. Who say a lie, I say go, but check it. See, remember me wrong, you know. Right? I was wrong. And if me never put myself in another situation, that there would be no situation. I would get for no says I'm madman. You understand? Even we're not going into them details. I wouldn't get for no says that you to so right.
Right.
You see me? And whatever I'm do, it left me with a scare right up on my eye. You can't hardly see it, but it's there. You see me? Is that really worth me for kill him for? Like, even if I don't have corporate endorsements, I'm going to have people on petition, I'm going to have them responsibilities there. I say, a youth, I know, you know. Like, me for kill him for that, for real.
So let me ask you this: if it was somebody you didn't know, would it be the same outcome?
Maybe, I don't know.
See,
but I can tell you this: the fact says I youth, I know it definitely played a part in the decision I'm gonna make. Because I like a random man can walk up to me, or one of them man that were chatting a song. If I did one of them, and I like a one of them.
see,
And I like a somebody would bring aggression to me, and me call the man. You understand? And me put him in another situation, and him react however him react. So when me look on that now, that's something that from really kill a youth for, or make a youth dead. Come on.
so it has nothing to do with the corporate world.
It might have a little to do with it, but I wouldn't say that alone.
That wasn't the whole thing.
No.
Let's talk about the camp, right? And
Yeah.
I know the camp is growing.
Yeah.
The other day I was looking at crazy interview, young artists that I think what I didn't know about the artist until you introduced him, and I think
Yeah.
a lot of people would say the same thing. Very talented, very lyrical, and so forth. And to be honest with you, I kind of thought to myself that it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
And the reason why I kind of thought to myself that it wouldn't work is because I saw a video that the artist Massacre did with the goat head cutting and that.
dog.
And I was saying that, but this kind of is not your type of thing. But then there was a part of me that was saying, well, maybe you're trying to allow your camp to appeal to two different sectors of dancehall. So maybe you're still trying to get the rude boys them to say sub, and then also have the females them to say sub. But then now I saw something published with an interview and him saying the fact that you didn't do what he expected you to do.
Crap.
As far as the bottle throwing goes, he didn't want to affiliate himself with
Crap.
you because it would hurt his career.
Oh crap. But check it. He's a young youth still enough. So many of them
I beat him though.
yeah, many of them upset with him anymore. Many upset still because the song where him sing, but the fact that them try to paint me as disloyal and something. That it burned me because I know my thing already. But I'm not upset. He's a young youth and him kind of, in terms of direction, him kind of shoot off her. I understand him not so 100 in a way more go. And Corey Todd kind of have a different plan for him in terms of the direction. So you see go to the cut off and that street something that them a go for. But I think it could have worked. Because guess what now? My thing was never trying to make my camp look tough. My camp, that not sell for me. You understand? When you go my show them, if 1,000 people in there, you going to see 3 man in there. You get the message? So naturally, I want to say to Javada, you can sing some street song for make your show balance, but try to sing for them girl where you see her. You see me? And make sure you sing the song them were real too. Like the realest song and them something and balance your show. But as far as your image and people looking at you, I don't want nobody saying I'm with a tough up face, I'm going like them a bad man. You understand? Everybody know all the something already. People in the street, nobody never do me nothing yet. Nobody never diss me yet. You hear me sing so nobody never diss me yet. When I say this, I don't mean as in talk off them mouth or whatever, but the people not step to in on the street. We don't have nothing for prove or for protect. So it was never a case of me I try to make my camp look hard. Just Corey had introduced me to him, bad artist. I know of him from before. I know 2 songs where him sing. And I still think I'm one of the most lyrical artists for a while. But just so I work with him, me and Corey Todd, we do Konshens 76 at the time. And him say, I want an artist. So I say, all right, cool. So them say, all right, like, how I work with the artist. As in, we manage the artist.
Right.
Together. Put him on a subconscious camp. No issue with me. It's not that big a deal to me. I understand the whole sub thing is a title we give ourselves, but I don't think it's a movement like Gaza movement. And I want that me I try to make. Javada and the artists, them have them individual thing. Them say sub, but I really Konshens them say.
See,
So it's not a matter of painting an aggressive image or balancing an image for me and my camp. The interviews them where the youth are do, I lie to you. I see all of them. I see most of them. I'm disappointed because when me